What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today a new weekly reset has just hit Destiny 2, and it brings with it some things you're absolutely going to want to know about, including a new event modifier that makes farming this week very juicy, and a brand new patch that does make some important changes. And so, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about this new event modifier. Upon logging into the game, you might see this pop up. Heavy Surge starts now. So this says Heavy Surge doubles heavy weapon damage and increases the chance of heavy ammo drops in portal activities. So if we hover over a portal event, you can see that Heavy Surge modifier right here, and it's going to be accessible all the way up in rule modifiers. You can actually take this off if you want to. However, if you do, as you can see, it does not change your score at all. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to do is a little bit of testing, because the pop-up says it doubles damage, but if you actually hover over it in the modifier selection screen, it just says it increases heavy weapon damage, and sometimes, you know, Bungie has been wrong about these things in the past. So I went into the shooting range, which does have access to these event modifiers, and I whipped out some different heavy weapons here, and you can see right here, like with the Unwavering Duty, which is a 450 adaptive frame, I'm hitting for 80 without the modifier, so this is just normal damage. With the bitter end, I'm hitting for 46. With the Cynatica, so like a sword, I'm actually going to hit for 258. And then let's throw in a fan favorite, the Gjallarhorn exotic rocket launcher, and you can see against this big boss, the total damage was around 867. All right, now I'm going to put that modifier back on and go back into the shooting range, and then with those same weapons, guys, I'm now going to deal with that adaptive frame 160. So there you go. It is in fact double damage. With the bitter end, 92 damage. With the Cynatica, you can see like you are hitting for 516 damage base. And then the Gjallarhorn, of course, is up to 1700. So really, really cool stuff. The Gjallarhorn is going to have some inconsistencies with the Wolfpack rounds. So yeah, every heavy ammo weapon is juiced to the absolute gills this week. I mean, it doesn't even matter what you use. Put on a great machine gun. Put on a sword with eager edge to help you move around the activity quicker. Put on a rocket launcher, a grenade launcher, whatever you want. It is going to be insane. Now, it's not just doubling the damage. Remember, it's also influencing the heavy ammo drops. So I did some activities here. I'm trying to do these activities by only using my heavy. You can see I run out of machine gun ammo at the very beginning, but don't worry, I found a chest. That's another thing, like there's going to be heavy ammo chests. There already is heavy ammo chests in a lot of these activities that just give you massive access to heavy ammo already, but you can see that for the rest of the activity, again, I'm using my machine gun almost the entire time, and I am definitely noticing an increase in those heavy ammo drops. In fact, in the background gameplay, I'm pretty sure I forgot to put on the right scavenger, so I'm still having like, you know, 90% uptime with this machine gun without even having a scavenger mod on. I actually tried another run with the Gjallarhorn, tried to do the creation with the Gjallarhorn, and I did. Like, I literally had Gjallarhorn ammo the entire time, shooting it whenever I saw a group of enemies. So, yeah, again, this is going to make farming portal activities this week way easier. We've had a lot of kind of mid or even bad portal event modifiers that slightly increase recharge rate of abilities or whatever. Doubling heavy weapon damage is not one of those, right? Like, that is a significant increase. So definitely, if you're farming Ferropotent armor, is probably the best example. That's the portal armor set, one of the best armor sets in the entire game, because the 2-piece bonus gives you damage resistance anytime you heal. So really, really good. Now, on top of that, guys, we also had a new patch. So What happened there? Well, let's go over it. A lot of this was just bug fixes. So you can see here in the Renegade section, I'm going to leave this on screen if you want to go and read it, but a lot of Renegades bug fixes. Moving on from there, the Lawless Frontier, we have some more bug fixes as well. Then after that, we have the Raids and Dungeons section. So for Equilibrium, once again, a lot of bug fixes. However, the top line is actually huge. So it says reduced the cooldown and increased damage for shadow power to improve its utility. So a huge part of the Equilibrium dungeon is getting your shadow power and using that like shadow force push ability to, stop wipe mechanics, to lower immunity shields and so on. If you're actually able to use that power more often, again, that's going to make the dungeon just straight up easier. Specifically, I'm thinking of the challenge for the second encounter, and if you have the specific feat on that requires you to do challenges, like that's going to influence how good the loot is significantly. So I've done a lot of these challenges. That second encounter challenge, you can't let the boss do the explosion mechanics. So you have to hit him with the shadow ability to prevent that. Dude, so often you're hitting the different objectives, the switches on the walls to actually do the mechanics of the second encounter, and then the boss is beside you and he's doing the explosion mechanic and you don't have it charged, and then the entire team just wipes because you failed the challenge. No longer. Like, if you're able to use that faster, again, that's literally going to save you from failing that encounter. Like, this is something I've personally done a lot, so I think it's going to make a big difference there. Moving on from there, the Desert Perpetual, you can see some changes here. We also have some changes to the Portal that you can see right here. And then finally, we have Crucible changes as well, guys. Now, they actually specifically say fix an issue where lobby balancing was enabled for Trials of Osiris. So yeah, lobby balancing was like accidentally enabled, so they've taken that off. Moving on from there, for gameplay and investment, you can see for exotic armor, fix an issue with the armamentarium. Then they've fixed an issue with the Matadoxia doing some crazy stuff. For the exotic weapons, Service of Luzaku fixed an issue causing the threaded nest to lose health in some activities. Wishkeeper, Praxic Blade, where you could cheese Hyper Blade. Now they fixed that. Weapon perks, this is an important one. Fixed an issue where the Accelerated Assault Origin trait would lose ammo on burst weapons. Specifically, guys, this really impacted the special masterworked version of the Psi Eternia, which is the new arc rocket frame pulse rifle, right? Like, this was available as the special drop the first week Vanguard alerts came up, and it's an extremely good weapon. But yeah, it was actually getting worse with its unique Accelerated Assault Origin trait that would spawn with that pre-masterworked version. No longer. So if you have a Psi Eterna and you specifically took off that Origin trait, put it back on, right? Because that Origin trait is super good, but again, it was literally making it do less damage before, so that's huge. But on top of that, another very important one, fix an issue where the Gutshot Straight perk was doing more damage than intended to divinity cages. So this matters because the actual god roll, or one of the god rolls for the new refurbished A499, was actually Gutshot Straight in the left column because of that interaction, right? And on top of that, with the refurbished, like, since you have like one big powerful shot, then you need to reload, it's actually kind of nice to have Gutshot Straight in case you miss your headshot. But yeah, combined with aggregate charge in the right column. So, I mean, if you had this roll specifically for that interaction, which was a legit thing in terms of DPS, now, unfortunately, that is nerfed. So you might want to find an alternate roll to Gutshot Straight for the refurbished A499. After that, guys, some final changes to Quest and Pursuit as well as General. So there you guys go. Definitely, if you're farming Ferropotent, if you want to farm the Portal, this is a juicy week to do so, as well as some patch note changes you want to be aware of. Guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.